Get nuts, guys. What's happening? Welcome to Film Junkie Live. It's hump day. Let's get the humping. Or you can wait till after the show to start humping. Anyways, guys, it is August 28th. That's right. We're already almost done with August. Holy Lord. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that like, thumbs up if you'd be so kind. If you want to become a member, hey, guess what? We do a members-only stream after Wednesday stream, so... gonna pick my brain a little bit, get a little intimate. Not too intimate, but you know what I'm talking about. And then, of course, follow me on all the sock meds that are around me. Patreon, trying to build a community over there a little bit. So, and it is Wine Wednesday, guys. So, poured a little Pinot Gris. So, cheers. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Oof. Is there a piece of hair, my hair in there? Jesus Christ. Anyways, all right. How we doing out there? Let's see who's out there. What's going on, Mr. Fear Jason? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Let's see. We also got, we got Miss Lisa. Hello, darling. How you doing? Good to see ya. Let's see. We got Shano. What's happening, sir? We got Ryan right here. Always great to see you, bud. We got Taladia Plays. What is happening? We got Jay Fizz, who apparently retracted a lot of his stuff right there. And we got Mr. Eric Harburl saying, "Why so serious?" Oh. Yeah, we'll be talking a little bit of Joker. What's going on, Lane? Good to see you. I know you're excited about the reunion that is Oasis. That is pretty exciting stuff. We got W Games. I love the vodka stream when you had the big guy from Peacemaker, and he's like Zach. Steve Agee? Yeah, maybe try to get him on again before season 2 comes out. DCEU forever, says J Fizz. But yeah, it was funny because Steve Agee, I really had a great conversation with him. He actually lived around where I live, so. Where'd you get the Joker 2 poster? Yeah, it's all around, man. Just look for it. They released new images. We'll talk about all that in the first topic. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, they released some new images. There's like a magazine that had a cover, and then there's like the new, textless cover or something like that. So, Man of Steel or the Batman. It's tough one, but I might have to, maybe Man of Steel just a little bit more. So, reunion of the century, I know. Hopefully they don't get in a fight. Before they go out on stage and break up again. That's all. You're drunk? You're drunk right now, Fizz? You drunk? Well, it's hump day. Why not? Game City, what's happening? Sonic 3 is my end game. Deadpool 3. Nice. The one on the cover. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll show you it right there. So Ryan says the Batman. Yeah, it's tough. It's the Batman for you? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just because Man of Steel's been around for over a decade, and the Batman has just been around for, a couple of years. And some people are seeing the Batman right now. Versus Seed also says the Batman. Some people are seeing it tonight. Right now, actually, all the showings are at like 6 o'clock right now. So some people are, and it's kind of crazy because obviously there's just like one showing all over the place, and they are selling out. The Batman rescreenings that are happening right now, where you can get a Bat Signal popcorn bucket. Yeah, that's all happening right now at AMC theaters, Dolby, whatever. And so some people are seeing that. I've been seeing people posting their popcorn buckets. Jealous, but I do have one coming. That's right. I have a friend that picked one up and sent it to me. So that's awesome right there. Chris says, I've seen this actually. Henry Cavill's Hal Jordan. As much as I would, be okay with that, I mean, that's not going to happen. But it is kind of funny. I actually been seeing that because there has been a couple of times where we've seen Henry Cavill donning a Green Lantern tank top and a shirt. So it would be kind of funny if that's ended up being the case right there. And then we got Echo. I can't believe that's a hard decision for you. Man of Steel by just a little. What the fuck? What? I love them both. They're both great movies. What could I say? Which one is yours, Echo? Man of Steel, my number one favorite. See, there you go. What's going on, Stephanie T? Great to see you. Great to see you. Okay. All right. Don't get too rowdy there, J-Fizz. Don't get too rowdy, Just because you're drinking, don't get too rowdy. It's all good. It's all good. Cheers, though. But anyways, okay. So hopefully you guys had a good couple of days since the last time I talked to you. It's just been, work has finally slowed down. It was like crazy for like the past few weeks. But the past couple of days have actually been pretty low-key. And going into the 3-day weekend, thank God. Thank God, right? So yeah, 3-day weekend coming up. And getting out of the house, because I've just been cooped up in my apartment for the past couple of weekends. Didn't go anywhere. That's been a while since I've had 2 consecutive weekends where I haven't gone anywhere. So now like coming up this weekend, I'm going, hey, I'm going to a barbecue on Saturday, hopefully hanging out with different friends Sunday. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good time, and hopefully anybody who's taking advantage of that in the good old United States, hopefully you guys are going to be doing that too. Anyways, all right, let's get to the tweets, huh? Of course, we're going to be talking about not much DCU news. We got a couple of things. And speaking of the Batman, there actually is something from the Batman that we'll be talking about when we talk about DC news. And, of course, we'll be talking about the Joker images that have come out. And David Corenswet rocking a Superman shirt that I very much want. And hopefully they will actually put those on sale, but who knows if they will. Anyways, let's get to the tweets. And we're going to start off with... Well, hold on. Oops. Got to turn that off. So hold on. Let me set this up. I got to set up the stage here. I got a little too premature, but Deadpool and Wolverine, Gambit, Channing Tatum, is he coming back? Well, seems like there's a little campaign going on right now when it comes to Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and Hugh Jackman. They are very much pushing for Channing Tatum to come back as Gambit. I would like to see him come back as Gambit. Now, naturally, some people are going, well, wait a minute. I mean, his accent and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I think, when it comes to Channing Tatum and the accent for Gambit, I think they mainly wanted to make a joke out of it because it's a Deadpool movie about how, his dialect coach and all, they had the jokes right there. But they're very much trying to push him to get more Channing Gambit. And Ryan Reynolds, and I can post this because Ryan Reynolds did post this publicly, Marvel Studios, don't get me on this, but I'm sure it's okay. But he posted this, I guess you could say, tease of more Gambit. Everybody dead during this. Gambit survived, baby. And then what does he see? You see those eyes? Oh, yeah, you know what he sees right there. Yeah, he's seeing a portal. A portal opened up right there. Oh, buddy. That's right. So Gambit makes it out of the void. Now, what's kind of funny about this scene right here, Ryan Reynolds followed it up by saying that this was actually in Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, it's a deleted scene, but it was technically on one of the screens at TVA, so you actually do see it, but it's on one of those monitors that are like out and about. So just kind of, they're really trying to push it. And to be honest, hey, why not? Give them more. Let's make the Chanbit movie, as I said, hashtag. But I don't know if they'll actually make a movie, but have him show up in something else. So Whispers, Marvel, Sparkle, Circle. So that's cool. Let's see, what else we got here? Of course, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to give my thoughts about the Sonic 3 trailer. And we got a poster right here, which looks pretty cool. It shows him facing off with Shadow. And the 3, of course, they make a 3 running down a building right there in cinemas. Boxing Day. But yeah, I'll give my thoughts about the trailer. And oh, man. One of the movies that I'm very much looking forward to this year is, of course, Robert Eggers and NOSFERATU, which, you know what? And, Bill Skarsgård, he needs a winner after what happened last weekend. So, he is playing Nosferatu. And we got this image right here of what's her name? Totally drawing a blank. Johnny Depp's kid. We got an image of her right there. Look at that. Just blood coming out of the eyes, blood coming out of the mouth. What is going on there? Holy Lord. That's a dark image. Lily Rose, right? Lily Rose Depp. All right. This is interesting right here. Glen Powell. So when it comes to Glen Powell, at first when, obviously being the douchebag of Top Gun Maverick, I was kind of going like, who's this guy? Who's this pretty boy? It turns out he's been around for a bit. And he's finally, after Top Gun Maverick, all of a sudden attention is going towards Glen Powell. Obviously, he's a good-looking dude. He's got like a charisma to him. And ever since he started like being like starring in certain roles, people have come around and been like, hey, guess what? This Glen Powell guy might be like the new it guy. And apparently when it comes to the rap, they posted something about Glen Powell comparing him to Ryan Gosling, which is actually very interesting. An unnamed Hollywood producer says Glen Powell is the biggest up-and-coming movie star in the sense that audiences now go to movies to see him, unlike an actor like Ryan Gosling, whose appeal is mostly limited to female audiences. Glen appeals to both females and males. The hell is that even? I mean, going back to what Quentin Tarantino said, we really don't have like those movie stars. I mean, I didn't go to see Twisters to see Glen Powell. I enjoyed a minute, but I didn't go because, I'm going to go see the new Glen Powell movie with the tornadoes. I don't think anybody flocked to that because of Glen Powell. Kind of an interesting little thing. But then, this is why I'm starting to really like Glen Powell, because he decided to tweet something about this, and he actually said, he tweeted something pretty damn perfect. Gosling is legend. I'm just Glen. I'm just Glen. I mean, it helps that his name rhymes with Ken. So I just love the fact that, Glen Powell did that. So good job, sir. Good job. Good job. Love that. See? He wasn't gonna, this is a perfect little tweet right there. Gosling is legend. I'm just Glen. Love that. Love that. So good on Mr. Powell right there. And then, yes, guys, we mustn't forget that there is a Predator movie that is currently filming right now. Of course, from Mr. Trachtenberg. Dan Trachtenberg, next Predator movie, Badlands, has begun filming, of course, starring Elle Fanning. But this time, of course, it's taking place sometime in the future. Saw some people that were like a little disappointed on that because it's like, well, we could have just had another Predator movie that took place in another time period. And yeah, I kind of agree. I wish there would have been like another Predator movie that took place sometime in the past, like medieval time. Or something like how Prey did, took place in like a different time period. Would have been cool, but it's supposed to be in the near future. But I trust Mr. Trachtenberg, so we'll see what happens. Elle Fanning part of it. So pretty, I'm okay. I'll trust him after watching Prey, and Prey was great. So Prey was great. It was great. No, I won't say that. And okay. And then speaking of like, if we're gonna keep in the vein of like, these kind of movies, all right. So this is getting annoying. This is getting annoying because I've seen this. I've been seeing this ever since Alien Romulus came out, and I'm a big Alien universe fan. Okay, so I've watched the movies like crazy, all of them. I mean, Alien 3 I've probably watched the least. Yes, that's right. I've watched Alien 3 the least when it comes to the pure Alien movies, not the AVP movies. But Alien 3 is probably my least watch. That's right. I've watched Alien Resurrection more than I've watched Alien 3. I think might be a tie. I don't know, but I kept on seeing this, and it kept on annoying me because a lot of people, well, especially since it came out that they used some AI to bring back Ian Holm, who played Ash in the first Alien movie. And of course, he played the same model of android for Alien Romulus. But of course, his name was Rook in the movie. But a lot of people were just like not happy about it and like, why didn't they just bring back Lance Henriksen as Bishop instead. And I'm just kind of going like, okay, that doesn't fit in the timeline. Like, I get it. He's still alive, and they could have done some de-aging and done something like that. But at the same time, it just doesn't fit in the timeline because it fits in between first and second. So I saw this tweet right here. It said, wonder if they considered Lance Henriksen for Romulus, who is very much still alive, would have been a nice swerve of expectations too. And I just quote tweeted, and I went like, okay, literally in Aliens, in the movie Aliens, Bishop, when we first get introduced to Bishop and we find out that he is an android and Ripley's not happy about it because of what happened with Ash, he talks about how those models, the Ash models, I forgot what they're actually called, but he talked about those models were always a little twitchy. And when it comes to his model, his version, he has certain technology that was added to him where it makes him incapable of hurting a human being. So it wouldn't have worked because those models, they didn't give a shit. Those models were hurting human beings. They didn't give a shit about humans. So the Bishop models don't exactly do that. And it's kind of funny because it also brings up a little bit of brilliance when it comes to Aliens. Another reason why it is my favorite Alien movie too is the fact that if you watch Aliens, and if you've obviously watched Alien and you saw what happened with Ash and how he just like went buck wild and some deaths happened when it came to Ash. When it comes to Bishop, when they get to the facility and they find the face huggers and he starts, dissecting the face huggers and it's like looking at it, there are moments in there where if you're watching that movie fresh, Bishop makes some interesting like faces where you almost think that he's going to turn on all of them. And you go, uh-oh, we're going to have that again? But he doesn't. He doesn't, and he explains the fact that he can't hurt human beings, and he ends up saving Newt at the end, even though he got all fucked up by the Queen. The Queen like ripped him in half, and even though he was like just a torso and some arms, he still saved Newt from getting sucked out of the freaking ship. So, and then, he ended up living into Alien 3, kind of. I mean, he was deactivated and then she reacted. Anyways, Bishop's the best. He's the best android of the Alien universe. What can I say? Anyways, just my little, I wanted to rant off about that because I've been seeing that a lot where a lot of people were like, no, they should have just brought back Bishop. I'm like, no, it wouldn't have made sense. It wouldn't have made sense. It just wouldn't have made sense. And then we got a touching video right here. We got a touching video right here from the wrap of Deadpool and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman right here said this, but 12 seconds of one of the most extraordinary rap speeches I've ever heard. Sean Levy, you are an extraordinary friend. Your passion is stamped all over this film. Of course, Ryan Reynolds and I are crying. P.S. Yes, socks with Crocs. So this is them rapping, and this is after Sean Levy made a speech. And they're both teary-eyed and everything.
Great job, ladies and gentlemen.
So there you go. A little bit of that. Touching moments. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. You do. You also gotta love this. Nicole Kidman. Ooh, Nicole Kidman. She was just interviewed recently, and she's got a new movie coming out, kind of like an erotic kind of movie, which, well, I'll probably check it out because, it's Nicole Kidman. What can I say, right? All right. But she made a comment about taking on these big roles, these big, huge blockbusters, which, obviously, when it comes to these big roles, especially in the superhero space, some of these actors might just take the role because it's a good, hefty paycheck. But she claims that she has not taken a role because of a hefty paycheck, and she specifically talks about Batman Forever, and this is what she said right here. Because I get to kiss Batman! The thing people don't understand is it's not about the check. There you go. She got to kiss Batman. I mean, why not? She got to flirt with Batman. She got to be like a fangirl of Batman. If you watch Batman Forever, it's kind of funny because I always found it funny how Dr. Chase Meridian is like this doctor, and she's all about psychology and everything like that, but she's obsessed with Batman. So she's very professional, and then she meets Batman, and she just turns into, like, I mean, she literally throws herself at him. Literally does. But, you know, she was a great character in it, and, hey, release the Schumacher cut so we can see more of her character. Huh? How about that? How about that? Forgot about that. I can bring that up into the DCU news right there. Forgot about that part right there. And then, okay, so we have another Hugh Jackman moment, because this is kind of awesome. I never saw this, but we mustn't forget that Hugh Jackman was a PE coach at one point. Did you guys know this? Hugh Jackman, you know, he wasn't just always trying to be, I mean, obviously he was trying to be an actor and everything like that, but he was actually a high school PE coach. He was a PE coach, and I totally forgot that he was actually that. He had that job title or that profession at one point before he became an actor. But this video was circulating around right here, and it's kind of interesting because as he was on a red carpet, I'm not sure for what it's for. It looks like it was some festival or something like that. The guy that's interviewing Hugh Jackman was one of his old students, and he recognized him.
You're getting an award tonight for contribution to film and stage.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that? And what do you
I feel good, but Rollo, I'm sorry, mate. We go way back. I used to teach you at high school in PE, and I want to know how your physical education is progressing. It's very important to me. You guys don't know that, but this man here, yes, I used to teach you at Uppingham School in London. Yes, that's right.
Oh, no.
In
How's
London.
your education going?
Oh, it's going great.
Did I set you up for life?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Anyway, back to the festival. You've got a nice shade of red there, Rollo.
You're getting an award.
I just gotta love that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure this video has been around, but I just never have seen it before. And I was like, wow, that's just so cool. The fact that he actually recognized him. That's the thing. I mean, when you're a teacher, I mean, he must have stood out a little bit, because when you're a teacher and you see, like, I don't know how many years that Hugh actually taught PE, so maybe it wasn't that long where he could recognize very easily, but that's just really cool right there. I just love that. Just thought that was really sweet. And then, guys, oh my God. Saw this yesterday, and, you know, sometimes you go down that For You Twitter feed. I love it, because I'll see shit that I'm like, what is that? And naturally, you see this right here that was posted on some science Twitter handle, Nature, whatever the hell. But, I mean, this is supposedly a frog. I don't think it's actually real, but maybe it is. And, well, freaked me out when I saw it, because I think there's a certain, going back to the certain universe, there's a certain android that might actually be okay with seeing this frog right here. What does that look like? Huh? What the hell kind of head is that? We got David, you know, doing some kind of experiments on Earth with frogs to try to make them, you know, a certain kind of species right here. What are we doing? Huh? That's a little freaky looking. Ooh, Xenomorph Frog right there. I don't know if that's real. I just saw that. It says no context frogs. That's what it is. No context frogs. So, of course, naturally, I had to make a comment on it. That's a little freaky, man. Come on. That's a little freaky. Oh, man. Guys, you know. I'm a child of the 90s. And now that we're in the 2024s, which is insane to think about, because, you know, when you grow up in the 90s and where we're at now, so connected, all this technology, which it's great. Some of it's, you know, I think we're all addicted to some of this technology, but I don't know. I saw this right here, another tweet where it was basically just saying, like, hey, point of view, Christmas time in the 90s. So here it is right here. I mean, look at this. Not a phone in sight, even though it looks like somebody's holding a phone right there. But somebody was actually asking, like, were the 90s actually this simple? I mean, look at this. You got people at the mall. Remember, the mall was always a great place to go. People just sitting around the fountain. You got a Cinnabon right there. Everybody's just walking around, got some shopping bags, conversing, hanging out. All the good malls had a pond. You'd throw some change into it. That was entertainment. Oh, take me back. Take me back. God, I go to the mall over here. It's literally dying. Like there's like the shops at the far ends, they're all closed. And it's just slowly closing in on itself. You know, it's not the same either because obviously everybody's got their phones out and all this stuff, and then there's all the, it's just, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel, I remember going to this mall right here when I was even younger in the 90s, and I remember how much bigger it seemed and how crazy it was. Now it doesn't feel like that anymore, man. Oi. Good times. Good times. And now we're just all connected and we're all watching videos that piss us off every day, and I don't know. But you know what? Speaking of Nicole Kidman, Jesus Christ, you know what? This woman takes care of herself. Talk about aging like a fine wine. Talk about Milfy Deluxe right here. Look at those arms, man. That's Nicole Kidman right there. Nicole Kidman. Look at those arms. Look at that back. Woo. That's right. New photo shoot with her. Ow. But I saw that. I was like, geez, look at her. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with some tone arms on a woman. Hell yeah. Looking good. And then, of course, like right now, when it comes to, well, obviously Beetlejuice is going to be coming out next week. We'll talk more about, obviously, a lot of that next week. But it is kind of cool to see this right here. The Epic Film guys put this little side-by-side together of Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. Obviously, they're promoting Beetlejuice. But yeah, 1989, and then, of course, just yesterday, showing both of them working together again. Wearing some shades. Gotta love that. And yeah, there's already some reviews, some online reviews are already coming out with Beetlejuice. And of course, they're good reviews. We knew that was going to be the case. But we'll talk about more reviews next week. And then we got some more concept art for some more Deadpool variants. That's right. There's some variants that, well, maybe they didn't make the cut or something like that. There's one in particular that I'm like, wow, surprised that it didn't, make the cut. Luchador Deadpool. That's right. That's right. There was I don't know what they call this one. Luchador pole, I guess. Nacho pole. But Nacho Libre didn't quite look like that. But yeah, we got that right there. And we got Grandma. You got Grandma pole right here. Why not? And I'm not even sure what this is. Wannabe ninja pole? Pajamas pole? I don't know. And then, of course, we already saw this one. This is punk pole right there. So, just more variants right there that they thought about. It's pretty cool. And then speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, guys, I guess the cat's out of the bag. It's out of the bag because, they decided to just reveal. They decided to reveal, like, hey, obviously you want to give some shout outs to the stunt crews, and specifically, Ryan Reynolds wanted to talk about the stunt doubles, their stunt doubles, and give a shout out to them. And apparently, and some people have pointed this out, but Hugh Jackman's stunt double apparently is me. Apparently that kind of looks like me. Hugh's stunt double? I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that look like me without glasses? I can't grow a beard like that. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I saw that too, and I'm like, wow, that kind of does look like me. I was like, interesting. To God, no. Okay, so some people are saying it doesn't look like me. Okay, good. But yeah, that was being pointed out a little bit right there, Sal. There's no way I can grow this right here. Can't grow that right there. And then congratulations to DC Film News, the Twitter handle, which, it started off as Flash Film News. So, and they, of course, branched off into like the different DC movies. And, you know, I might know some of the people that are running that when it comes to DC Film News. And they kind of just all came together to just be like, all right, let's just bring everything together and make DC Film News. Because obviously after The Flash came out, it was like, well, there's probably no need for Flash Film News anymore. And then they rebranded to DC Film News and came back. And, you know, ever since they did that, they are now fully at 100,000 followers. And congratulations to them. And they posted this image right here from Job Huts that shows David Corenswet's Superman looking like a comic book cover, and looks pretty good. Really good art right there. But yeah, good on them. Good on them. So DC Film News right there, running pretty strong, 100,000 followers. Congratulations to those guys. I mean, that's where I pull a lot of my news, so, you know. Cool cover, right? Oh, we got Hellboy. We got the Hellboy, the Crooked Man. That's right. Hellboy, the Crooked Man comes out in a month. Comes out in a month. And this will be the third iteration of Hellboy, which is kind of crazy. And I've, you know, when it comes to the trailers that I've seen, when it comes to the new Hellboy movie, I'm kind of going like, well, they're not going too big on, hey, it's not going to be special effects bonanza, and they're going to kind of keep the budget low, and we're going to make it more of like a horror movie vibe, which it very much looks like that. And we have this poster right here, and it's very orange. It's very orange indeed. Witness the beginning of all evil. That's right. And it shows right here, but what's funny about it is on the poster, if you could see it right here, right above it, the tagline says, the 4th installment in the global franchise. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I think I might have just saw something. But first off, it is kind of funny that they're saying that it's the 4th installment. You know, because there was 2 with Ron Perlman and Guillermo del Toro. And then, of course, they had the reboot that came out 5 years ago with David Harbour. Now they got this one, and it's the 4th one. Wait a minute. 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 Installment. Okay. For some reason, okay, I see my brain just went off right there. I don't know why, but I thought they spelled installment wrong. I thought there was 2 L's in installment. I don't know. Because, you know, install... It's 2 L's, but installment only has 1 L. Okay, let's just keep it at that. I thought they might have made a mistake. I'm like, wait a minute, did we not catch a spelling error in there? But no, I was wrong. I was like, I thought there was 2 L's, but there's not 2 L's right there. But the movie's probably gonna get an extra L. Sorry. Yeah, the movie probably won't do that well, but I'm thinking that the budget's pretty low, and well, we'll see. I mean, it can't do any worse than Borderlands and The Crow, right? Am I right? Anyways. And then speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, we got the behind the scenes right here. Yeah. Chris Hemsworth was not on stage, or he wasn't in the movie. They just kind of merged it with this. And yeah, there was just somebody in a mocap PJs, so they posted that as well. And then also, speaking of Beetlejuice, obviously the Venice Film Festival, they showed the Venice Film Festival, and they do that thing where it's like, they get a standing ovation. They get a standing ovation, and they got a standing ovation, which of course they would. But I always found it, you know, I had to make the joke because, you know, when they posted this right here, Variety posted this, they didn't say how long the standing ovation is. Usually they talk about how long the standing ovation is, but this time they didn't. And I made the joke. I was like, wait, for how long? How long was the standing ovation? How long was it? But I who cares how long it is? It doesn't matter. I mean, to be honest, like I said, a standing ovation should be like 40 seconds tops. I've said this before. It should not be longer than 40 seconds because then it just gets awkward, okay? It's like, okay, cool. But when you're hearing about like 9, 9, 10-minute standing ovations, fuck that. That's just awkward. It's just very awkward, man. Anyways. Wait, there is 2 L's in installment? Scott? So, why did I just type it in Google and it only showed one? Installment? Oh, let's see. Both installment and installment are English terms that have the same meaning. So you can actually, so it's kind of like cancellation or canceled. It's like one of those weird things where like canceled can have 2 L's and then 1 L depending on where you're at. And it says like installment. Oh, okay. So this must be, I get it. Fucking A, the fucking language, the English language, because yeah, installment with 2 L's. What is up with us and adding extra letters? Yeah, when it comes to America, we like to add that extra L. We have to have 2 L's. We have to have 2 L's. We have to have 2 L's. But yeah, when it comes to British English, and then of course UK and Australia and New Zealand, they only have 1. So it's like that whole thing. Ridiculous. So that means that poster is probably not an American poster or whatever, but it's basically both. That's funny. It's funny. Well, the English, yeah, so that's what we do. That's what we do. So depending on what, if you're not in America, it's 1. And then of course, yeah, everywhere else they add a U. So we add L's. Other places add the U when it comes to like favorite or whatever the hell. America wants to be different. Of course we want to be different. We are different. Damn it. We are. Yeah, because, in certain countries, they only have 1 person that is going to be the leader. What do we have? We get to choose from 2. That's right. 2 every 4 years. That's what we do. Oh, and it's all corrupt as shit. Anyways. That's besides the point. But see, there you go. We want to be different. And I'm proud to be an American. All right, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and start off right here. Let's look at some things. All right, so when it comes to DCU news, like I said, not too much out there when it comes to DC news. I think one of let's see. Let me go through it all right here. Whoops. Wait, where is it? All right, here it is. Here's the post right here. I'll just bring this up right here. So we got David Corenswet wearing a Superman shirt that I want. I actually would prefer this one because, I've said it before and I'll say it again that I think like when it comes to, Snyderverse Superman costumes, the black and silver suit, even though they technically, I'm sure there was a physical suit somewhere at one point that they were trying to create. But if you know, is the fact that they actually just shot the movie with the normal blue and red suit, but Zack shot it in a way where they could easily just change the colors without visual effects because Zack's a smart man, and when it came to the studio not wanting him to use that color scheme, well, he took it upon himself to do some tricks, and then of course when it came to color palette, and maybe there was a little bit when it came to like his VFX crew, but we have David Corenswet right here, hanging out with Maria Gabriela de Fiera, of course the engineer, hanging out with her and her parents. And we've seen the shirt before, and it's from the stunt crew. And I'm just saying, DC, release the black and silver Superman shirt. So there he is right there. Standing next to, Maria's mom, who is, she's hot. Okay, anybody else think of that? Anyways, that's besides the point. But come on, man, release this. I want this. I'd rather have that. And then there's the dad, of course, doing a Superman pose with the arms crossed. David Corenswet, tall as hell. And then, of course, a selfie right there. She's also wearing that. And we've seen her wearing that as well. She's got good-looking parents. Good-looking parents. And she's a good-looking woman herself. So kind of made me wonder, though. I'm like, are they seeing each other? What's going on right there? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Could just be something and they just took some images and then, of course, that was posted online. But I'm like, come on, DC. Release that, too. And then it kind of made me wonder, too. I'm like, could we actually see that version of the costume sometime in the... Well, I mean, depending on how long... I don't know if they'd actually do that. I mean... It's already been shown before many times. I don't know if James Gunn's even thinking about that. But it is kind of interesting that the stunt crew gets that color scheme of the shirts. I'm just saying they should sell those. Come on. They should. I just always like that color scheme. I mean, obviously, when it comes to Superman, yeah, we like his normal colors. But, I mean, I'm wearing this right here that's, you know... Not, you know, similar. It's not silver, but hey, you know, it's not colorful either. So, anyways. All right. So then when it comes to the Joker, yeah, we got some new posters right here. First off, we got Phoenix. We got Phoenix. And we got Gaga right here. Harley Quinn. Really cool posters. Really love that. So we got their individual posters right there with their last names, which is interesting. Interesting choice. Film for IMAX. But I like these posters right here. They look pretty sweet. And then, let's see. And then there was more. So when it comes to what I used when it came to the thumbnail right here, we got this cover right here, Deadline right here. Yeah, Deadline showing this. And, of course, Phoenix, Gaga cover. And showing them back to back. Looks pretty sweet. She's got a cigarette in her mouth. Nice. And, yeah, just looks pretty cool. So there you go. And then, yeah, there was a textless one that was floating around that, you know, people put out there. Let's see. Where's the textless one? Forgot which. I think it was just the Joker, the unofficial official. I don't know. But, yeah, there it is right there. So there you go. Textless right there. You can find it anywhere on Twitter. Look for it. Search for it. Looks pretty sweet. But yeah, somebody, obviously, you know, when stuff like that hits the internet, very easy to just, you know, Photoshop all that shit out there. So, gotta love it. But yeah, you got those posters, and that's pretty much it, man. I mean, we got a couple of things, too. We got, when it comes to the Penguin, obviously, if you're going to go see the Batman tonight, if you're lucky enough to go see one of the re-released screenings that are happening currently right now, you are going to see something when it comes to the Penguin, and we got a couple more shots right here. So, you know, just more of Oswald. And then this dude right here, which I can't remember his name. That's right. Renzi Feliz. So that was it. And then there was like another little promo that came out too that showed him as well. So you'll see it tonight too, or anybody who did see it tonight. Anybody who has. But yeah. And then of course when it comes to the Batman, Matt Reeves has actually been having some fun with people that are tweeting out that they are going to a screening, and of course talking about their Bat Signal popcorn bucket. He's been having some fun. Let's see. Yeah, so he's been having a lot of fun. Just kind of like saying, hope you enjoy, people doing that. Keep saying, hope you enjoy, while people are just tagging him and everything. Hope you and your dad have fun. I want one of those. I'm pretty sure that one is being sent over to him. And then, yeah, Matt Reeves and everything. So, you know, it is pretty cool, but he did respond. He did respond to somebody. Where is it at? Right there. So somebody asked right here, Kriggins asked, how's everything going with the Batman 2? And he says, we are working. Come on. We are working away right now. Really excited. Just taking a short break to see the Bat Fun. So there you go. There's an update from Matt Reeves. Oh, man. Well, we got Batman Day coming out. Batman Day is at the end of next month, right? Sometime it's at the end. So hopefully he'll post something then. I don't know. Post anything We just need something. I mean, like I said, we keep getting like, oh, it's still being written. Actors haven't seen a script. And then Zoe Kravitz, but then of course we had Mattson Tomlin that was basically going like, hey, gave a very hyped review of what was going on with the Batman. So, but there you go. There's your DC news for today. Not too much, just posters and David Corenswet rocking a Superman shirt that I want. Oh, and then there was this too. So James Gunn said this is touching when it comes to, obviously, the Twisters cast congratulating David Corenswet for getting Superman. So James Gunn saw that. He saw the video. All right. So now we got the Thing. Fantastic Four. And sorry guys, I'm gonna be a little like, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe right here because, yes, if you guys have seen, and you guys can go on Twitter and see it, but there is video and there is images of on the set of Fantastic Four. We have somebody that is all dressed up as the Thing, full on, like a full on costume. It's not the guy, I always forget his name, who is actually playing the Thing. It's just a performer that's in there. And I'm not going to show it because I just don't know. I just don't know if I should because, Marvel Studios might start dive bombing some of this stuff. But like I said, you can look it up. I'm sure anybody could just like go find it right now. And I should have just like posted the link in the chat. I mean, I could still do that, I guess. But I'll post a little link right here. That's right. I just open it up right here. Just open it up and put it in the chat for you guys to see, just in case you haven't seen it yet. And I'll post it. Let's see. So here's the tweet that I found that actually had the video. Actually had the video on it. So if you guys want to see it, there you go. So if you want to see it, I just posted it right there. Just posted it right there. But anyways, so what does he look like? What does the Thing look like? Well, he's not just wearing pants. He's wearing the entire costume. Like, it's not just pants. Like, usually that's what the Thing looks like. I mean, I'm sure that's what he's eventually going to be looking like when it comes to the actual movie. But a lot of people were going like, wait a minute, it's actually a bodysuit like they did in the first Fantastic Four? It's like, well, I think, number one, I think there's going to be a mixture of both. Practical and CGI. Mainly CGI in my eyes. I think, like, the main thing is to get the lighting right because that's what they do. I mean, if you've seen, like, set images when it came to like the Hulk or anybody, especially the Hulk or even Thanos or something like that, is naturally you would always see like a bust. You'd see like a bust of like the Hulk, so then they can get the lighting right for the VFX crew. So, but I mean, obviously they probably wanted to do a little bit of, hey, practical when it comes to that. And man, it looks pretty cool. It looks like the original Thing. He's got like that certain kind of head structure to him, and it looks cool. It's just interesting that he's wearing the entire Fantastic Four costume. But maybe he'll just eventually just rip off the shirt, I guess. And yes, it is very much the same shirts that we saw. Of course, what's his name wearing in that footage that they posted at D23, and it has that same color scheme with the white and the blue and everything. So. Yeah, there you go. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. It's that comic accurate thing is amazing. I'm curious, does the mouth move? I wouldn't think so. I doubt it. And I saw a lot of people too. A lot of people in my mentions were like, "Oh my God, he's gonna be dying of like heat exhaustion in there." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they took some liberties in adding some ventilation in there for that performer. So I'm pretty sure he's all right. So. They gave him the unibrow. There you go. They gave him the unibrow. So there you go. My thoughts on how the Thing looks. Looks good. Looks good. Definitely looks good. Definitely. Oh, and then we got this right here. Jurassic World 4 or Jurassic Park 7, whichever you want to call it. Who knows what exactly they're going to be calling it. There was that rebirth title that they were talking about too. I don't know if I like that, but... we got some set photos, and I'll show these. because I think we'll be all right when it comes to these, hopefully. But, I'll risk at least this one because I don't think they haven't taken down any of these set images. Usually they'll take them down. See, but when it comes to Marvel Studios and that reveal, I think they, when it came to the Fantastic Four, I didn't want to risk that one. And that was fresh today. But we have some interesting set photos when it comes to Jurassic World 4. And it seems like, you got Gareth Edwards. I almost want to think like maybe the story has to tie into like ancient times, and that's what it looks like what's happening right here. So we have from the Jurassic World fandom, breaking news, brand new Jurassic World Rebirth. That's the running title. Set photos showcase ancient ruins. That's right. So we're seeing some ancient ruins, and these photos are from Unbox PhD. So we're seeing ancient ruins, and of course you got the blue screen and everything like that. So we got those images. There's plenty more too. We got some better ones, even closer ones. We got some ancient ruins that they're going to be going to. Helicopter, all that stuff. Not trying to show them too much. I'm risking a little bit here, but yeah. So very, very interesting that they're going to be going to some of these ancient ruins. And I'm just kind of wondering when it comes to this Jurassic World movie, are they going to be like, oh, okay, or is there going to be actual not manufactured, not dinosaurs that came from Jurassic Park? Or is there actually going to be unearthed, like, are they going to find a world? Is it going to, I don't know, is it going to do like a thing where there's going to be like there's a world that they find that has dinosaurs in it? But then again, a lot of people would just be like, well, that's kind of like Godzilla and Kong. Yeah. Could be, but at the same time, it could be done better because it's a Jurassic World movie. It's Gareth Edwards. I don't know. Just to me, it seems like, okay, so they're going to be visiting some ancient ruins, some Aztec kind of temples and everything. And I'm just kind of wondering, all right, so are they going to discover something that's going to tie into the first one? Like maybe John Hammond actually took some liberties. He didn't just like drill into the sap to get the DNA from the mosquito. Maybe there's something there's actually a lost world out there or something like that. Could be that. I mean, if you're gonna take it somewhere. I mean, I guess you could take it right there, take it to that where there's actually legit dinosaurs that have lived in like an actual lost world for a while. So, yeah, it's interesting. Here's like a full shot of the set right there. Huh. I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. I don't know as good as mine, so. Maybe. Oh, hey, Mama Film Junkie's here. Artificial dinosaurs. Jurassic Planet. That's a little bit better. More like Jurassic Johansen. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind Scarlett Johansson being the star of it. Definitely don't. So, there you go. There's some Jurassic World right there for you. Then we have the Sonic 3 trailer. How are we feeling about the Sonic 3 trailer? So I didn't watch it until I was done with work, and obviously it showed up at 6 a.m. my time, and I thought about doing like some kind of reaction video, but I went, I don't know about that. But I will say this, when it comes to the Sonic 3 trailer, why so long? Why so much? Too much in this trailer. Way too much in this trailer. Anybody else feel like that? Felt like they summarized the entire fucking story almost. Like, my God, there's way too much in this trailer, I think. It's 3 minutes long. Way too much. They showed too much, I thought. I mean, it's a good trailer, I'll give it that. I'm hyped for it. You see everybody coming back. We see the whole shadow thing, and of course it's been, obviously confirmed that it is Keanu Reeves. And then of course they have this like Sonic team that investigates all this stuff, and it's cool to see all three of them. And they do a lot of buildup, but my God, is there just way too much? I mean, this looks like it's the final battle, right? Or maybe it's the first battle. I don't know. And then of course they bring in, Robotnik right here. Jim Carrey's back. He keeps on coming out of retirement for Sonic movies. So, I mean, it's good to see him. And then, of course, he gets back into his gear. And then there's just, like, a lot of things that happen. They even have a shot of, like, because I'm not too familiar. This is a cool shot right here. That's like that Akira movie, right? Or that Akira, like, anime. But, yeah, I mean, they show a lot in here. I mean, if you didn't watch the trailer, yeah, maybe not, because it's just a lot that happens in this trailer to the point where, I mean, they're showing all this. They even show, like, you know, because apparently when it comes to Shadow, there's somebody that was very close to him that you see that girl that, you know, he's putting his hand up. She ends up like dying. So there's going to be some darkness right there. And then, hey, let's just add, you know, Robotnik's dad right here that Jim Carrey plays as well. So you're going to show that too? Good trailer, but they showed way too much. I thought they showed way too much. But hey, it is kind of funny. I mean, how far we've come when it comes to the first Sonic movie to now. I mean, think about it. Think about how far we've come when it comes to the Sonic movie. Remember when we first saw our very first image of the live action Sonic and everybody like, everybody just lost their minds and it was ugly as all hell. And then they were like, oh man, we got to postpone this. We got to reinsert the old models and everything like that. And I remember talking to a VFX guy and he said like, it probably wasn't that taxing because they probably already had those models, so they just had to reinsert them. Of course, it was going to take more time, but a lot of us just thought like, oh, this movie's doomed. There's no way that they're going to release, this movie's going to flop. It's going to just, yeah, they fucked up. But then it ended up being a huge hit, and then the second one came out, ended up being a huge hit. Now we got the third one, which will probably be a huge hit, and it's going up against Mufasa, and I'm hoping that Sonic 3 blows up the box office, and Mufasa does not. Because I like Barry Jenkins though, so I don't know. But they're supposed to come out at the same weekend. I just think that people are going to go to Sonic 3 as opposed to Mufasa. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe not. I could be wrong. The first Lion King made $1 billion, so maybe not. But apparently, as of right now, they are both still coming out that weekend. I don't care for Mufasa. I see the trailer, I'm going, I don't care. I just don't care for that movie. It feels lifeless. Doesn't feel like, is that a Barry Jenkins? Who's making this movie? Just Disney making the movie. But when it comes to Sonic, I enjoyed the first two. Want to see this one. You got Keanu Reeves now that is added to the voice cast with Idris Elba. Yes, okay. Sign me up. But I just have no desire to see Mufasa at all. Definitely seeing Sonic. But yeah, I just felt like the trailer's good. They just showed way too much. Way too much. Can't lie, Mufasa looks kind of interesting. Really? Wow, Stephanie. I'm actually shocked that you said that too. I'm not going to lie. Jim Carrey saved Sonic. Yeah, all the pieces had to go together. Yeah, Sonic doesn't work without Jim Carrey. That's why they were like, dude, you got to come back. You know, because he retired after the first one, I thought. And then he came back for the second one, and then retired again. It's like he's just coming back for Sonic movies. But yeah, Jim Carrey, if you don't have Jim Carrey in this movie, yeah, it doesn't work. But if you don't have, you know, James Marsden, you know, I mean, he's not as pivotal, but he's still very much presence in this movie. Some people are speculating, does he die? Because there's like a shot of him where he's like yelling for Sonic and his head's being pressed down. So yeah, there's a lot of things, but I know, how dare I'm not wanting Mufasa to fail, kind of. No, that's the thing though. It's like, I don't know. I don't want Mufasa to fail. I just like go, man, I just think Sonic's going to blow it out of the water when it comes to box office. Just seems like there's more of an audience for Sonic than there would be for Mufasa. But again, I could be wrong. So Sonic will have to eventually beyond. Yeah. If this one ends up being a huge success, they probably won't get. And it's cool that they're going to be teaming up, but again, it's like for the first trailer, just tease. You basically summarized way too much in this trailer. I don't know. To me, it was just way too much in a first trailer. That's all. Other than that, I'm still on board. I'm still going to go see it, but. Man, just way too much, man. Way too freaking much. All right. Let's get to some Twitter questions. I've only got a couple Twitter questions, and then, of course, we'll do the members-only stream after this. If you want to be a part of it, become a member. Ask me anything when it comes to the members. Eric, dinosaurs in ancient ruins. Next thing, call in Indiana Jones. Yeah. Do Godzilla Kong and Indiana Jones crossover. P.S. Guess we could say after last weekend, Bill Skarsgård is eating crow. I'd say more of the filmmakers in the studios are eating crow. I like Bill Skarsgård. He got wrapped. He probably thought it was going to be a good role to play. So I don't want him to eat crow. I want the studio and the writers and the director to eat crow. That's what I want. Darkness Under the Wind. Alex. Dave, question 1. Do you think Corenswet's Superman will wear the black suit in the DCU? If not in the first saga, then maybe in the next one after that pick today? I'd like to see it, but it's just, I don't know if they're going to do Death of Superman again, because I don't think that James Gunn's going to go that route. That's why I appreciated Snyder just going like, fuck it, we're going to kill Superman in the second movie, which pissed off a lot of people that he killed Superman in the second movie. And then of course when it came to the black and silver suit in Justice League, I thought it just looked really cool. It wasn't exactly the solar suit, but it kind of was, because even Zach said it. I think he might have said it on the Vodka stream that, if he's wearing the black suit, it's still going to absorb. It's going to absorb the sun more than the blue suit for sure. So wasn't exactly the solar suit, but it still had that little bit of a purpose. But it was more mainly symbolic of the rebirth, and then him, and then eventually he would, in the sequels, he would get the blue suit back, and it'd be like the full-on rebirth. Question 2: should the MCU X-Men film just be basic with Jubilee being recruited and the main villain is Magneto? I don't know. If they want to go, I don't know. That's the thing. It's like I don't know how they're gonna treat the MCU. How are they gonna treat the X-Men, and how did they start it off with all that? I don't know. They could do it like that. Question 3: with the set photos being released from the current filming of Fantastic Four, do you see a picture of RDJ as Dr. Doom eventually leaking if the rumor of him being in the movie is true? Yes, because Marvel Studios puts out leaks. They definitely put out leaks. Remember, let's not forget, look at Tobey Maguire's dick. Yeah. Let's not forget when John Campea got those images and didn't even get a slap on the wrist. I think he was given those images. So they might. Because they know it's going to blow up the internet. It's smart. Devon Wootard. Hey, Dave, I just watched 2012. Great movie. Do you have a favorite scene? It's just destruction. It's whatever. It's Roland Emmerich. It's not a bad movie. It's cheesy. Do you think Hulk will help Captain America and Brave New World? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if there's like a secret little cameo from Hulk and what's his name, Mark Ruffalo showing up. Would not be surprised. Could happen in that final act. He just shows up and we see a Red Hulk and Hulk battle. I know it will never happen, but Matt Dillon as Batman? Yeah, he's a little too old. Matt Dillon's up there. Maybe at one point Matt Dillon could have been a good Batman, even though he's got like really big eyes. What happened to him? Is he making movies? He's not making movies. He's not really doing much. I don't know. Mr. Nobody. Hey, Dave, I really had a good time watching Deadpool and Wolverine. Immediately people were taking shots at Joker 2. Will it be as good as Joker 1? Probably not. $1 billion? Probably not. But I think it's still going to do well. Connected to the DCU? No, definitely not. Good questions, but pointless. I just want a good story. What do you think will be the plot of Joker 2? Well, it's going to be a Joker and Harley story, and he's going to be put on trial for his crimes. And there's going to be a lot of things that are happening in his head or their heads or something like that. A lot of that kind of stuff. But it is going to be kind of interesting how it ends. Does he go out in a blaze of glory? And a lot of people don't think that because obviously, when Todd Phillips said there's no plans for a Joker 3, but it's like, yeah, but there wasn't any plans for a Joker 2. If this one does well and all of a sudden they just back up that dump truck full of money on Todd Phillips' fucking driveway, maybe he'll make another one. I mean, it's always nice to get a trilogy, to just get the 3. But, I mean, there's a chance that Arthur Fleck just goes out in a blaze of glory. Todd Phillips also said he's not going to become like the king of Gotham. He's not going to become the Joker in the comic books. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, hey, Dave, you picking up the new Absolute comics? I'll probably check those out. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We'll see. I definitely am curious. I think the story sounds good. Those are coming out, next month? So I'll probably check out some of that, get into that, because I've kind of fallen off on comic books right now. So anytime a new story comes in, especially when it's like just like, there's going to be like these stories, they're coming, so I'll probably check it out. I'll get back into it. I got a comic book shop that's in the mall over there. I'll check it out. All right, guys. Go ahead and wrap up today's show. You guys are awesome. Members, look forward to the link on your feed. I'll post it right there, and come on in. We'll talk for a little bit. And then, of course, we'll be doing DC Fanimated tonight. We weren't going to be doing DC Fanimated because Scott's schedule prevented that, so we were going to take the week off, but his schedule changed, so now we're going to be doing DC Fanimated. And so click in on that after the members-only stream. We're back in Metropolis tonight, so that's always fun. All right, guys, so members, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Everybody else, I'll see you either tonight for the DC Fanimated or see you on Friday for the Vodka stream. And won't be seeing a movie this week. There was no reviews or anything. There's a Reagan movie that came out, and then that AI movie that came out, which looks kind of interesting. Both look kind of interesting, but no reviews, so no bother. But yeah, I'm going to dinner tomorrow night, so not seeing a movie. So no first reactions. Anyways, all right, members, see you in a little bit. Everybody else, I'll see you on Friday. Talk to you later.